We're making Glizzy-sized hot dog buns, chili cheese dogs, and Piccalilli, my favorite hot dog condiment. Cauliflower, the crunchy backbone to any good Piccalilli. This is a hot dog topping. Those roots are out. Those little pieces are in. But don't throw away those root ends, or we can't be friends. Cauliflower is crunchy, but nothing's crunchier than jicama. Get rid of the peel. Jicama is going to stay real crunchy too. We want those to fit on your hot dog later. We need some zip. Peppery, crisp turnip. Keep dicing. Everybody's got to fit on the hot dog. Cauliflower, jicama, turnips, and there's a reason Japanese pickled daikon. Because it's good. Especially when it's pickled. The zing of daikon radish will wake them up. If we're going to start to make pickles, we're going to start layering with salt. That's how we're going to keep things crisp. Carrots are going to give us a little sweetness. Sweet onions, delicate shallots, the spice of jalapeno, and fresh turmeric. Grating it will disperse it evenly. Now we can get that yellow everywhere. Make sure everybody's well coated. And give yourself a place to drain. In the fridge. I took my sourdough starter out of the fridge this morning. And I fed it. How do I know it's good? Because it floats. Nothing like a sourdough starter to leaven your bread and give you flavor. Warming your 250 grams of milk and 14 grams of water will help get things going. 250 grams of ripe sourdough starter. Give or take. 35 grams of honey to give us a boost and sweeten things up. And an egg. The milk is going to keep things soft, and the protein in the egg is going to help fortify that bread dough. Bread flour provides the right structure, and 12 grams of salt for flavor. First, you just bring the ingredients together and give that flour time to suck up all that moisture. The softened butter will keep that flour from hydrating. Plus, the mixer helps work it in. The milk and the butter is what's going to keep these buns soft. Once the butter's incorporated, let it knead on medium for 8 minutes. See how it's smoother and pulls away from the bowl? That's how you know that dough is done. I know my sourdough. I can keep this room temperature and it'll be ready in 5 to 7 hours. Or I could put it in the fridge and have hot dogs tomorrow. All that water out of these veggies is going to keep this nice and crisp. But that excess salt has got to go. Three cups of vinegar, 2 cups of white, and a cup of apple cider. A cup of water so we have enough liquid to coat everything. 3/4 cup of sugar. And a 1/4 cup of molasses. A couple of cloves will bring that all out. And Piccalilli's got to have mustard seed. And celery seed. We need the sugar to dissolve and those flavors to marry. This needs one more thing. Chinese hot mustard. That'll wake them up. But don't just throw it in that hot liquid. Add it to the cornstarch slurry. We need to thicken that so it sticks to the veg. Four cups of sauce to 6 cups of veg. The key is to bring it up to temp without overcooking it. 5-10 minutes tops. 7 minutes is all we went. You don't want to lose that crunch you worked so hard for. You're done cooking, but that piccalilli's not done. Of course, follow standard canning procedure. That gets even better after a few weeks in the fridge. I don't want a hot dog, I want a glizzy. And seriously, what the f am I supposed to do with that? The hinge is even in the wrong place. Sourdough develops the best flavor if you let it ferment in the fridge. And it makes this part easier. 1206. This isn't your standard 100-gram bun. More like 134, 135. These aren't going to be dinky little hot dog buns. Ball them up. And don't let them dry out while they rest. New Mexican red chilies are a little lighter. And a mulatto is dark and rich. Toasting them makes them more pliable. So you can open the chili up and get rid of those seeds. You want to remove all of them. Toasting and hydrating your own chilies is a game changer. If you are going to take a shortcut and use powder, just make sure that you use a combination of light and dark, like chipotle. Why start with oil when you can start with bacon grease? We're going to use that to start our shallots and onions. Maybe sneak in a jalapeno too. We got to let these sweat. Make a hole for some garlic, a couple of bay leaves, and my secret, a piece of cinnamon stick. Only when I'm making hot dog chili. Good old 80-20. Yeah, I'm sure that's what they use here. Don't forget the salt and pepper. A pinch of oregano. And cornmeal, or masa if you prefer, will act as a thickener later. If you're using the powder, now's when you want to add it. But we're using the real stuff. And if you are using powder, don't forget to add more water. This is going to cause controversy, but I'm adding the beans anyway. The idea is to form this into one of these, except sized for one of those. We got to stretch them out a little and roll them until we got a big oval. The sides come in, fold the top and the bottom. Fold it in half again and seal it. By the time you've done 9, you're going to get pretty good at it. You got to keep the relationship between the buns and the hot dogs f***ed up. Last one. Roll out your oval. Fold in your sides, bottom to the middle. Now meet it with the top. Fold the whole thing over and seal it up. Why 9? Because 9 is what works perfectly for a half a sheet tray. An oven light turned on and some hot water. Perfect environment for proofing. There's a lot of ways to do coleslaw, but they all start with cabbage. Wood removed. Well, most of it anyway. Chunking it up will make things easier on the food processor. And let's avoid hard chunks of carrot by using a grater. Don't overload it, and pulse. That's the texture you're looking for. Once you got all your veggies, you're already here. Vinegar for tang. You could use sugar, but I prefer honey. And mayonnaise, but something good. Let's not f around. Plenty of salt, pepper, and this is hot dog slaw. So it's getting celery seed and a little Chinese hot mustard. That's not just any coleslaw dressing. That's hot dog coleslaw dressing. Who am I kidding? I'd eat this coleslaw with anything. They're proofed. If they spring back too fast, they're underproofed. If they leave a little dent, they're perfectly proofed. Egg wash, diluted with a little milk. As is, or Chicago style with poppy seeds. That's how I like them. Baked at 375. 8 minutes with a spin in between so they cook evenly. A total of 16 minutes. As they're still baking, they'll suck in that butter, keeping them fresher for longer. That's the kind of concentrated thickness that's perfect for a hot dog. Not only is that inadequate for my glizzy, but check out that list of bullshit. None of that bullshit in my buns.
Obviously, these blow packaged out of the water. But
And now you can cut the spot for the hot dog in the proper place.
when we talk about how soft the buns are,
That's the perfect size bun for a glizzy.
I'm not a hot dog fan. Like, I never want to eat a hot dog.
Chili cheese,
This would make me want to eat a hot dog. With this on it,
which needs some shallots and French's yellow.
that changes a whole hot dog game.
That one needs a side of slaw. But that crisp Piccalilli reminds me of my childhood.
It's so clean and crisp and gardeny with a little hint of sweet.
And for me, it's got to be spicy brown.
Which to try first?
You know where I'm going first. Yep.
That's hearty good cooking. That's not like gut bomb chili dog. That's delicious. That's chili dog made with love. You didn't even try the coleslaw yet.
Not letting that go to waste.
There is just so much flavor in that Piccalilli. But those buns are delicious. Oh.
It's hot dog salad.
That is really good. I'm shocked.
No one would be pissed you're serving hot dogs if you do them like this.
That's like mustard and pickle relish's cousin. That's really good.
Now you like them.
That's great. I love that. I'm not a hot dog fan. Like,